Risk assessments are undertaken prior to starting the job to look at each stage of the work to be carried out from pre-start to the finish of the job. Everyone who takes part in the work should contribute in the completion of the risk assessment. This is how you are most likely to manage all the risks. You should look at each stage of the work and consider the hazards involved. Then minimize the risk by putting into place control measures that will reduce your exposure to the risk. This should all be recorded on a risk assessment form, which should be kept at the work site so it can be referred to at any stage of the work undertaken. At any stage of the work, if something should occur to cause a new hazard or increase the possibility of an existing hazard, then the risk assessment should be modified to manage this, and this change should be entered on the record and signed off by all involved in making the change. We are now going to provide you with the information you will need to complete your own risk assessment by working our way through the following sample risk assessment. You will first need to enter the name and signature of the person who has authority to sign off on this site-specific risk assessment. You will then enter the date on which the record was signed. You then need to enter the name of the activity being undertaken and the site where the activity is being undertaken. This is a short description of the work being carried out. For this risk assessment, the description of the work is weed control in hard surfaces, and the site name is XYZ Car Park. The risk assessment record will also provide you with somewhere to record the equipment you are going to use for the work. Here you should record all the equipment that is essential to safely complete the work. There can be standard items on the list, but you should also make provision for additional items that you may need to add. PPE required. Here you should record the PPE that you are going to use. Remember that you are required at minimum to wear what is in the safety directions on the label of the chemical you are using. There is standard information that should be part of a risk assessment. You can also customize your risk assessment to suit your own needs. Here we have done this by adding in an area to record that we have carried out a pre-operational check of our equipment. You will also need to record the chemical you are using for the work, but remember to also record any additives you may be using.